My name is Nolan. In today's video, I have got my Traxxas Stampede 2-wheel drive out with me, aka the Cheapest Traxxas Stampede Project. And if you watched the most recent upgrade video, we did a few different upgrades, but most notably, we installed some heavy-duty steel drive shafts that I bought off of eBay. I have high expectations for these drive shafts because they're from the same manufacturer, or at least the same distributor, as some heavy-duty steel drive shafts I bought for my Traxxas 4x4, and I've had good luck with them. I did end up breaking one, but that was after the better part of a year and a half or 2 years of bashing, and I was running on 4S, and I think I just landed wrong. It broke right where the stub axle, right where the pin goes through the stub axle. But aside from that, I don't think we'll have any issue running this thing on 2S and 3S. So I'm excited to test this out. Other upgrades we did in the last video, we ended up cracking a hub carrier, so I ended up replacing the hub carrier with some RPM ones. And the last upgrade we did in the front, I replaced the stock Traxxas steering blocks with some aluminum ones. The part number is 3636A. These are pretty expensive, come in around 30 bucks. This is an upgrade I would have done, but I had these sitting around for another project. In the end, I decided let's just throw it on the Stampede. Also, we replaced all the bearings, or replaced all the bushings for bearings, I should say. So the stock Traxxas Stampede 2-wheel drive has brass bushings in place of bearings on the hubs. So the Traxxas steering blocks came with new ones, but we also replaced the rear ones with actual rubber shielded bearings as well. Other upgrades, the other big upgrade you'll notice, the first upgrade I think we installed was these Proline Badland MX28 tires mounted up on Traxxas Max wheels. Really dig the look of these wheels and tires, really makes this thing look a lot more like a hobby grade machine, much less like a toy. The stock wheels and tires makes it look very, very toy-like. I originally ran these on my Traxxas Max, just didn't like the lack of cushioning. So I decided to throw them on here. I did have to use some 17mm wheel hex adapters in order to adapt this from a 12mm hex over to 17mm. So far, I've had good luck with these tires. These Badlands absolutely rip. If you haven't checked out the brushless system, it's from the brand Onyx. Horizon Hobby is actually the parent company. It's a 70-amp brushless ESC with an Ec3 connector soldered on, combined with a 4000 kV. I believe this is a 4-pole brushless motor. This power system, by the way, only comes in at $79.99, so very budget friendly. I will go ahead and leave it linked down below. I'm also going to go ahead and leave these drive shafts linked down below, so feel free to check them out. I guess the last two upgrades we have, I put in a 25 kilogram Metal Gear Servo because the plastic Traxxas one went out, and the very first breakage I think we had was actually the servo saver. So I put on this hot racing aluminum medium duty servo saver in blue. So they do have a black one that's their heavy duty one, so it has a stronger spring in it, but I haven't had any problem with this blue medium duty one. So I'm actually at my local RC track today. We're going to rip this on 2S. At some point I do plan on bashing this on 3S, but I'm actually waiting in the mail for an upgrade part to show up. I need a taller platform, or a lift to lift up this platform, and also taller post so we can run a taller 3-cell pack. So currently all we can do is run a 2-cell. So I'm going to be running this 5200 milliamp ADC discharge rate 2-cell Huvo pack. Let me go ahead, get it installed, and we'll get started ripping. Should be a heck of a lot of fun. All right, guys, time to rock and roll. Here we go. Still another upgrade I do want to do on this is a wheelie bar. I think this thing definitely could use a wheelie bar, because even on 2S LiPo, this thing just ends up on the back end, and there's no rear bumper or anything, so it just ends up on the back of the transmission. And then it ends up flipping over itself, because usually what happens since there's no rear bumper is it catches on the body. So when it goes up super high, it ends up catching on the back part of the body right here, and ends up flipping over itself. So that's been a constant, so that is definitely an upgrade that you guys should see pretty soon. Might be the next upgrade, is a wheelie bar. But let's start off with a launch. All right, are you guys ready? Get it. Go. Yeah, I really had to pedal it there. No way to give it full throttle. We'll do a flyby. Ooh, tumble wumbo, as Kevin Talbot would say. I think we've been here once at the RC track. Yeah, we came here once. I think the very first test with the brushless system was actually here at the track. So nothing's really changed performance-wise, but this will be a nice little test here again. Let's get a launch on the dirt. Ready, get it, go. thing's definitely pretty high center of gravity for the track. And of course tumbled it. Let's go get it. That was maybe half throttle to start off with, maybe less. That's kind of cool. Have to put that on slow-mo. Let's do the RC track in reverse. Slow and steady wins the race, they say. I don't know if that's what the people that actually win the race say, but somebody says that. There's a bunch of, I don't know what these, they're not leaves, but I don't know what these things right here are called, but they're all over the track. Whatever type of tree drops these, all over the track, and for the smaller machines, it definitely disrupts going around this corner when the whole corner is covered with these, whatever the heck they are. This is a better vantage point. Should we try to lay down some laps? Actually, it's going pretty smooth so far. Don't want to jinx it. Track. This machine actually almost works smoother going in reverse. Maybe I'm just thinking that, but it feels like it. The thing does jump pretty darn smooth though, I can't deny. This is a smooth jumping machine. It's not the greatest going over rough terrain. Like if you're hitting a bunch of bumps like the whoops, it doesn't do the smoothest. I think just going whoop after whoop after whoop kind of disrupts it. But if you're just going up to one single jump, it actually can jump pretty darn well. Impressive. No shortage of power even on 2S. 2S might be the sweet spot actually. 3S might be a little much. That's kind of cool. Did like a, was that a front flip? I'll have to put that on slow-mo. Really enjoying this machine. Around the tree, just bring her with some speed, right in the whoops. That went surprisingly smooth. And first battery just hit limp mode. Most likely that is low voltage detection. From what I can tell, there's no light on the ZSC. So what happens is, yeah, it just hits a limp mode, then it dies shortly after. We maybe got 10 minutes runtime at best.